I have it set up with the fire. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the Agnihotra lady broadcasting live from Shantidee Institute. And thanks for joining me this Christmas Eve. And the talk is called The Gift. It's called The Gift. And a lot of people have been going out getting gifts for their family members, getting gifts for their children, getting gifts for loved ones and friends. And I just wanted to tell a story about the gift and what really the best gift is for this holiday season. So, like I said, I don't have the setup for the fire in the room that I am over here. This is a new setup that we have over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Bruti mantra, though. Boo swaha, Agnihotra namama swaha, Ayurveda namama swaha, Surya yada namama burgava swaha, Prajapati namama. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna tell a story. Storytelling is a really good way to talk about important things. So I'm going to tell a story called The Gift. So there was a man that worked very hard. He was married. He had two children, and he was a hard worker. He worked all the time. He came from a poor background. Um, and he didn't want to ever go back to being poor like it was when he was growing up. So he was known for giving very expensive gifts to his wife, children too, very expensive gifts. He worked long hours. His family appreciated his time in the office. He worked in the technology sector. So anyway, each year the gifts became more expensive and more elaborate. But each year, in the process of him building his business, because he was very successful, he became more distant from his family, from his wife, and she felt alone, and the children felt disconnected from their father. So one year, for example, he gave his wife a very expensive coat, hand stitched coat made from the finest fabrics all across from each corner of the planet. And he gave the gift to her, and she thanked him, but he saw this lingering sadness in her eyes. He could see that, and he didn't understand why she looked sad, because he was used to giving not just her, but the entire family expensive gifts. But he was known as the gift master. So he looked at it, the look in her eyes, and he didn't understand. He distanced himself some more, and didn't really get a good understanding of what was going on with her. So then the next year, he got her a custom interior, beautiful car with all the features on the car. Only 10 people in the country had this particular car. And again, she thanked him, but he saw that she was looking sad. Now, during all this time, the wife began to have depression. She had started popping a lot of prescription pills, and the children were having problems in school. They were in elementary and middle school, and they didn't really have a close relationship with the father. So all this is going on, and the wife is really suffering, and the man, it just becomes more distant because he buys all this stuff. He works hard. they don't really see him in the house, and he's just doesn't understand why they're having all these problems. Okay, so um, so now as we're nearing towards 6 months before Christmas, the wife really is tired of popping pills, so she begins to get help for that and starts weaning herself off these prescription pills. So um, one of her friends suggested she go and volunteer at a community center. And so she does that and gets the kids involved. And she begins to tutor a young man who's having problems reading and writing, and is successful. He had been having behavior problems as well as problems doing his work in school. So he began to improve. And so the mother, the wife of this man, she began to not feel a need to be depressed because this young man, his parents had fallen on hard time. The father had been sick and lost his job, and the mother was working, but it wasn't that enough money to take care of the family. And so they were going through a hard time, and they were homeless. So eventually the children joined the mother in helping this young man. So they began to change to their behavior, began to change the children as they interacted with the young student and the parents. They realized how fortunate they were to have a nice home, as well as having not to worry about food, and they had good health and all these things. So so this had really a profound effect on the mother and the children. Okay, really good effect. And so the husband began to see the effects. He saw that his wife was not so sullen, and the children were perkier, and they were not having so many problems in school. So this time he decided to ask for, this was a time for Christmas. Normally he didn't ask for what type of gifts they wanted to have, but this time he decided to ask them, because he said maybe if they say what they wanted, they wouldn't be so sad. And so the mother had already decided when he asked this question, because she had a couple of days to think about it. And she came back to her husband and said, what I really would like to do, if you want, I can pick any gift that I want. He said, yeah, that's what I told you. Pick any gift that you want. She said, I really would like to give the family that the kids have been helping a down payment so they can move into a house. And so she looked back at the children, and they nodded and said, yeah, that would be great. And so the husband was like, really, you don't want any gifts for yourself? You want all this to be a gift for the family? She said, yes. Could you please do that? That's the only gift I would want. So what ended up happening, the husband decided to come when they were doing volunteer sessions with the young man. He didn't really participate, but he was observing, and he saw how their faces lit up, how they were very joyful to help the young man and the mother and father. Okay. And he said, wow, this really had a profound effect. So now came the time for them to present the check to the family, because it was going to be a surprise. And the husband showed up for that. And they presented the check to the mother and father, and they cried. They said, oh my gosh, thank you. What a blessing you've been to me. We have nothing to give to you. How can we ever pay this back? And the wife said, you don't have to pay anything back. You helped me to feel better about myself, and not to focus on myself, and to understand that there are people that are going through all sorts of things, and to be grateful for my life. And to me, that's the greatest gift that your entire family is giving me. So the husband saw this, and he was really moved. He said, my gosh, he didn't realize that these people had such a profound effect like that on his wife. You've never heard his wife talking in such a sincere manner. So later on, the wife and the children came back home. And the husband was just so moved. He said, well, listen, let me ask again. You know, I've seen this effect on you all. And, I really want to know if I can, give you a gift. I I don't know what kind of gift I can give you. I want to give you a gift because I see that you all have changed, and I want to continue going with you when you tutor a young man. But I want to do more in this community center because I see that if you all have changed and you look happy, then maybe I can too. Maybe, maybe I can be a better husband, and maybe I can listen. I can be a better father and be more involved. Maybe I can spend less time in the office. And the wife's face lit up, and the children, they just looked from one to the other. And the wife said, listen, dear, uh, you saying that and you changing, that's the best gift that you can give to me. And that's the best gift that you can give to this family. We need no other gifts. But if you're going to change and listen to me and spend more time with the children and work on yourself, that's the best gift that we can have on this Christmas. So he had a tear in his eye, and he hugged his wife, and he hugged the children. And that was the best gift that he's ever given in his entire lifetime to the family. So I'm sharing this story because often we hear about people that are struggling with money, and I've seen on Facebook where people are, hey, I don't have Christmas gifts for my children. What can I do? Can you give me the money so I can give gifts to my children? But understand that the greatest gift that you can give to your children, to anyone, is your presence, being loving and kind. It's not about money. It's about just being there and changing yourself for the better and communicating, showing support, listening. And when someone's going through something hard, just really being the soft shoulder to lay their head upon. And so when we talk about a gift, usually, you're told, a lot of us growing up, you give a gift, don't expect a gift in return. And so nowadays people are saying, we have serious problems in the world. We got homelessness. There are world wars going on across the globe. You got people on drugs and things like that. How can one person make a change? How can one person make a change? Well, I can tell you how you can make a change. If you work on yourself to be a better person, and then you go out in the world, then you do things to make a better world, then you become that gift to the world. Now, in that process, when in making yourself this beautiful divine gift, there are the people that are watching that you influence, then they too go, wow, wait a minute, this person has changed. So they are inspired to become a better person, go out in the world and make it a better world. Then they too become a beautiful gift to the world. So then you have all these people that are bettering themselves and going out into the world and becoming these gifts. And so now you've created this compassionate, loving, spiritual army, the spiritual army. And with this group of people affecting other people to become a gift to the world. This is how you make change. So then you have all these people that become gifts to the world. And this is indeed how you can change homelessness, how you can help with drug problems and challenges, how you can be able to say we can stop wars. It starts with you becoming this beautiful gift to the world. It always takes just one person just bettering themselves Okay, going out into the world, becoming that gift with that beautiful bow on top of them, saying, listen, I'm a gift because I'm a better person, because I'm doing these things individually for myself. Then they become the individual gift in the world. So this Christmas season, or if you don't practice, celebrate Christmas, just understand that we have every opportunity each day, each moment to go out into the world and become a divine gift. Okay? Everybody has that opportunity. You can start right now. You can start the next second. You can start the next day. But the point is, this Christmas season is about becoming a gift to the world, to give and give, bettering yourself. So here at Shantidee Institute, we teach Agnihotra, which is the way to deal with the climate change and pollution that is happening to the planet. So with what I just said, if you can change the climate within yourself, within how you think and how you act, then you can make an effect on having a change for the climate and dealing with the pollution. Because if you cannot have a good inner climate, then how would you be able to take care of the climate of the world? So we're talking about thought pollution, which pollutes our actions and all of that. So we're talking about this gift of inner awareness, of transformation, being a way for you to deal with the pollution that's here in the world. And Agnihotra is a way that cleans up the pollution. It's been scientifically proven to reverse pollution. And when you perform Agnihotra, you reverse that pollution in your ways and your thinking, and you're better able to become changed and a better person and a gift to the world. So that's the message. That's the story I wanted to share with you this Christmas Eve. And as always, I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday and be blessed, be prosperous, and make sure that you can become the gift each and every day. Until the next time.